very warm welcome. First of all, I want to play something from 2016. This was a prediction I made 5 years ago, and that prediction could become a reality. So I hope you can hear this. I'll put the mic really close to my phone speaker. Hello and a very warm welcome. Max Verstappen, the brightest young talent we have in F1. Lewis Hamilton will always be my number one, but Max Verstappen is now my second favourite driver. He may have only been in the sport 18 months, but he's already grown on me. This guy is going to be a world champion. I put my balls on the line, I've put my neck on the line. This guy will be a world champion. F3. That was made in 2016, and with 4 rounds to go in the F1 season, it's looking like that prediction is going to become a reality. Now, people like to say you get these trolls, or you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Formula 1. Well, we made that prediction before 2016, but it's obvious, you just know Max had that Schumacher, Senna, he's got it. He's going to be a champion. You just know it. And that is my 5th most successful video on YouTube. Me predicting in 2016 that Max would be a champion. And let's be real, he's got one hand on the trophy. He's been different level this season. He's got the most poles, most wins. And let's be real, he probably does deserve the title. Saying that, I'm not giving up on Lewis. Lewis is going to need Max to retire from a Grand Prix. Now, anything can happen in this sport. If Max retires, Lewis wins that race, it's game back on. I'm never going to give up on Lewis, but Max is the favourite. He's got one hand on the trophy. If Lewis has a DNF, that's good night. It is good night, because Max will win the race and then the gap's up to 40. And that's not going to be turned around. But a unique, special talent. And, wow. The country of Holland, Netherlands, should be very proud of Max. Like, seriously, he's the best driver from your country. The support he has is incredible. And Max has been a breath of fresh air for Formula 1. I love his attitude that he doesn't care about Hamilton, Vettel, Raikkonen. I love that about Max, that he's not here to boost his popularity. He's out there to win. I love everything about him. I think he's fantastic for the sport. Of course, he divides opinion. People don't like him. People think he's too aggressive. He's arrogant. He's cocky. Well, you got to be arrogant. You got to be cocky to win a world championship. Nice guys win fuck all. So, yeah, you got to be ruthless in this business. And, yeah, of course I'm a Lewis fan. I still believe in Lewis. I'm never giving up till it's mathematically impossible. 2008. Anything can happen in this sport. Anything. Max has one hand on the title. There's no getting away from that. And if he wins the World Championship, I'll be the first to come on here and congratulate him. But it's a win-win situation for me. If Lewis wins, he's the greatest of all time. If Max wins, I predicted it 5 years ago. And he will win many more championships. Don't be surprised if Max, by the time he retires, he has every F1 statistic in the book. And that's beating Lewis's poles, wins and championships. Don't be surprised at all. Because Max has got age on his side. He is an outstanding talent. So, where do we start? He wins on debut for Red Bull. That unbelievable save at Brazil when he should have crashed a car. That's one of the greatest saves I've ever seen. And then he passed everyone in that race. Well, and finally, Red Bull have gave him a car which he can fight for a championship with. And he's making the most of it. Red Bull could win the drivers and constructors this season. We've had 7 years of dominance by Mercedes. They've never really been pushed and tested by another team. Ferrari were kind of there, but they wasn't really. The first time Mercedes have had a real fight on their hands, and Red Bull are coming out on top at the minute, but there's 4 rounds to go. Mercedes are not giving up on this title. No way. Like we say, Max is the title favourite. There's no getting away from it. He's got one hand on the trophy. But Lewis and Mercedes are not going to give up. Why would they? One DNF, it swings back in Lewis's favour. But then on the other hand, if Lewis has a DNF, then the title's over. You've got to believe. There's no point giving up. Why would you give up? I mean, I follow a driver for 15 years. I'm not just going to give up now because he's 19 behind. I still believe. You got to believe. Otherwise, what's the point in supporting? You support through the good times, you support through the bad times. That's part of being a fan. I'm not going to switch drivers just because Lewis might lose the championship. No chance. Yeah. It's amazing to see what Max is achieving this season and what he will achieve in the future. The Netherlands, Holland as a country, they've had some elite sportsmen, the likes of Johan Cruyff. But, I mean, Max, wow. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, I get so much support from the Dutchies. My most successful video on YouTube was my 2016 race reaction, where Max was just on a different level. Yeah, every time I mention him, the views go insane. It is what it is. I mean, but I don't mention him because I want the views. I mention him because I'm passionate about Formula One. And yeah, like, it's crazy that 5 years ago I predicted he'd be world champion, and now it's like 90% chance it could happen. We go to Brazil next. That is a Red Bull track. Then we go to Qatar. That is unknown. Hopefully that will suit the Mercedes. Then we go to Saudi Arabia. That's unknown. And then we go Abu Dhabi. Lewis is unbelievable in the last sector at Abu Dhabi. But then Max did win there last year, I believe. Yeah, he did, didn't he? So, looking forward to it. Of course, we bring this out Tuesday. And then tomorrow we're jumping straight back into the previews. Comment down below your thoughts. Yeah, a special, unique talent. He is fantastic for Formula One. He really is. I mean, the sport's boring. It's dull. We've had one of the best we've had one of the best titles in years. Max, the up and coming, who will take over the reins of Formula One. And then you got Lewis, been there, done it, proven. That is maybe one weakness of Max. He's never won a championship. So, of course, but to me, he's not showing me signs of nerves. He's like, you wouldn't be surprised if Max like choked the title, you know what I mean? Because he's never been in this position before. But he's not showing me signs of nervousness. He's up against the greatest driver of his generation, and Max is not buckling. Yeah, he's showing unbelievable, like, courage. Like, it would be easy for Max to make a mistake. He's never been in this situation before. Lewis has been there. He's won one, he's lost one, so he's got the experience over Max. But Max is driving at the top of his game right now, and he's going to be very difficult to beat. And I think the only way we can beat Max is Red Bull reliability. Yeah. Comment down below your thoughts. I would love to know. Adios.